Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Check nickel.
5.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, Richmond. That's Isabella open on the right side. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. From the gun, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Mayfield on 1st down. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
He's going to air one out. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 59 yards.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield forced out to his left. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
First down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
180!
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Antonio Callaway, 28 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
5 yards on the catch there brings up second down. A shotgun give to Fournette. Fournette, first down, still going. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lambeau on for the extra point. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. Landry the intended target.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Okay, ready?
57, Mike 57. Let's go, baby. Turnover. Get that ball.
Sit up. Big grip. Big grip.
Fournette, a first down carry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd and 1. And his throw here's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on first. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends...
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now Leonard Fournette, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Off play action. Richmond going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. He'll let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Browns drive about to get started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns were able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, if there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. A good pickup there of 22. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And down inside the 15 he goes. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a pass dumped off to his running back, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Mayfield to throw it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the carry there, a good run. And now 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Mayfield dancing to his left. This is caught. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. They'll run it with Johnson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand.
70, Indy. Fair. Switch. Trickstone, Travis. Hey, orbit. Hit it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Throwing on first down, Richmond, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up third down.
After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Able to find Isabella. And they work this out past the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Ready. 18 Gators.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Fight.
Off the play fake. Richmond. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Two times. Hey, we got 3 out.
A final shot before break. Richmond is going to let this go deep for Lee. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
Let's go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Operating from the gun, Richmond. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
12 yards on the return that time, and the Browns will take over first and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistent.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense?
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Here we go. Strong left.
Back to it after the pick six, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
7 yards there and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down, Cleveland.
180. Run.
Check the outs. Check the outs.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Yeah, this will get him all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10. That one goes for 30 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Off play action. Richmond. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Off the play fake. Richmond. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
15 yards. Move those chains. That's good
on, set.
This quarterback
Turn two
now
soft.
9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. This is Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line.
Hey, wahoo! Let's go.
From the gun, Richmond. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Hey, jet fire.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Richmond. He'll find O'Shaughnessy open left side. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Richmond. This is Jeff Swaim, the tight end. Stops short of the 25, but that 2nd effort got him a couple extra. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Bang, 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 bang.
Blue draw quarters.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, he's done his part, Charles, no doubt about that. Maybe he's going to go over to the sideline now and tell this defense, hey, let's go, step up.
And if they do, they've got a chance because right now he's become a force that hasn't been stopped from his side. 3 touchdowns rushing already, eager for more. If they get any type of stops, we've got a heck of a game on our hands.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10. At the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Mayfield down. And he rifles it complete. Caught by Landry. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Throwing, Mayfield. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 20.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that? And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Larry Ogunjobi, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
60 yours.
You can't stop me.
Hey, Zoo.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Richmond. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Set. 180. Pistol.
A first down throw from Mayfield. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Hey, back up.
Here's Mayfield. Being chased out left. And some room to work. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good red zone run there, 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Pilot, 64, weak.
To Johnson again. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Duke Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Check three.
80 weapon. Shoot.
On first down, Richmond. Throw right side of the tight end O'Shaughnessy. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Hey, Delta.
Operating from the gun, Richmond. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On second down, here's Fournette. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Hey, exit.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richmond. He can run, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Lambeau to add on the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Browns take over.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left hand. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Flush to his right. The 20. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Vincent Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Richmond. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Richmond. This one complete over the middle to O'Shaughnessy. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line. On the run, it's Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Looking to throw on second down. Richmond. Completes it to Lee. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquise Lee, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, did the Jags get this? Yes, Jags football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. The Jaguars on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. On third down, Fournette. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll go with a big back Fournette. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get 1 piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Hey, alert 33. Alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Go, go. No. Kings.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. They said their goal was to win 7 games. They've done that pretty early in the year.
I think it's time for them to elevate that number and really make a big push to finish this season strong.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Jacksonville, good night, everybody.